So begin the morning, or begin this piece of the morning. You've already begun your morning. When did morning begin? Uh, when you moved out of a state of inertia, just lying there. Oh, oh, oh. So that we call morning begins. We think, oh, oh. So it begins for different people at different times in the clock. It's that moment when we move consciousness. A more responsive way. When we're asleep, we just impact you. We just no responsibility. Just morning begins when you begin to take responsibility. Oh, better do something. Oh, don't feel so good. Oh, drink some water. Oh, this morning begins. You know. So to support morning beginning, we begin with establishing the foundations of clarity and mindful responsiveness and, and steady attention. Mm. And these are absolutely necessary for proper responsibility. Without these, we're not really in command. We're not really capable of being fully responsible. So clarity, steadiness, mm, clear attention. Mm. So we begin with making a focused puja. Begin with a morning by, rising into something blessed, mm, true, virtuous, and comfortable, mm, uplifting. So we'll start with the dedication of offerings. And after the dedication of offerings, if you look at your page 43, 43, 44, fusion with divine abidings. So this is about establishing full presence. Presence. Presence is both immediate now. It also means we are really receptive, right? These qualities of presence. Now, ordinarily, people aren't. They're not completely present. They're inclining towards the future, or they're working with the past. Mm. And these create a certain pressure, an emotional pressure. You know? Mm. And they're not always receptive. Mostly people are continually active. There's limited openness. There's a degree of receptivity. Mostly people are running stories. Oh, right, there's a head of listen, do this, do that. Oh, yes, go here, go here. It's always do. Even just where am I, what am I doing? It's action. It's not. Now, if we're not receptive, what are we living in? We're living in a world of our own memories, concerns, aspirations. We're living in a kind of foggy world that's very unbalanced. It's always churning, churning, seeking, correcting, forgetting. It's always wobbling, and it's always asking for more stuff, more ideas, more something, more. The hungry mind. The receptive is just because if the quality of receptivity is fully opened, the heart enjoys that clarity, that emptiness, that sense of this is a relief. Just to not have to keep creating something. And what helps that to that quality of openness, stability, to be actual experience? Sounds like a good idea. I'm trying to figure out how to do it. So I'm thinking how to do it. That becomes another set of do it. Am I doing it right? Am I doing it? What am I supposed to do? So you see, your mind starts adding things. Say, well, this is what you need a body for. So the body would do it, and your mind can just, oh, right? So, and just to bear in mind, you look around, you see a lot of bodies here, and we assume we have brains and lungs. Are you sure? Can you feel them? Do you know you have a liver? Really? What does it feel like? You don't. Now, that's an idea, isn't it? Now, you probably don't have hair now. What kind of body is that? Yeah. So we say aware of the whole body. We don't mean intestines, veins, blood. We mean what comes into full presence as direct experience. Now, but now, there's no liver, no blood, no brain. What is here? And when we bring that question in and just let the question, land, something, oh, check it out. And there's some pressure here, unpleasant, this release. It's not some disturbance, steady, steady. There's some sense of tightness and compression, release, steady. And some agitation, calm, steady. Mm-hmm. And some sense of slightly dizzy or unbalanced. And you bring that into the body goes, oh, it goes down to your feet. Of course it does. course it does. Once you recognize imbalance, for sure, the body will immediately go to balance. You don't have to tell it. If you're starting to tip over, you don't have to say, what you need to do is use your muscles to bring your legs into true alignment and stop leaning. No, the body goes, whoops, by itself, doesn't it? So this is the intelligent body, not as an object that we think about or see, but as a subject. Something is operating. This is the live body. This is the live body. And it's different from the dead body because it's intelligent. And so I say to this, could you eliminate what's uncomfortable? Could you really all come here completely into balance and be present? And you'll find the body arises as an experience of stability. Yes, it's presence, restfulness, it's stable. And also it's sensitive. It senses this is where I am, and that's conjoined with feeling ground beneath it, stable space around it. There's an edge to this body. And the edge itself is not hard, it's a tingling. Okay? We can't exactly say how big it is. That's what the brain does. That's what the mind does. We can't really say how big it is. We just know there's this stable sensitivity. Anything else? There's a regular rhythm occurring. A sense of occupying space that's subtly flexing. I'm not a sheet. There's a volume that's expanding and subsiding. And if I give attention to these, recognize the most important one is stability. Otherwise, everything just falls apart. And sensitivity, I can recognize. I don't need that much effort. Just gently balance. Yeah, that's it. I don't need to grip the floor. Just need to soften these just a little. Just relax in the back. Ah, yes. Sensitive. That's important. What keeps it from going stiff? This lovely fluid quality. You know, it's alive, expands and subsides. Different, gently changing pressure. This is called the air element, gently changing pressure. It gently squeak pushes out and it gently releases. Ah, anything blocking that, anything that's interrupting, well, yeah, just ask the body that. And the body, oh, ah, breathing just goes a little bit deeper. Ah, some of the nervous tension subsides. Understand. There's these three qualities. Mm. And then what's not here? Mm. Mm. Well, me. Me as I'm so and so, so and so. I've got to do this today, and I must remember to do that. And try to meditate. And it's not here. It doesn't have to be here. And how is that? How is that when you don't have an identity? When there's no identity, what's that? It's really okay, isn't it? Really okay. There's a world, future and past, me and it doesn't have to arise. You get sensitive, receptive, just bear in mind his teaching is about ending stress and suffering. And very simply, anything that's still doing that's causing you stress, is still worrying, uh, you know, what's happening in your fingers? Are they agitated? Mm. Is it difficult to maintain balance? And just take a long breath and sensitize to the ground, as if the ground is part of you. In a way, it is. And then we use this presence body as a way of not picking up mental, emotional agitation, such agitation as is there, without uh, reacting to it or thinking about it. You say there is emotional agitation. How is that in the body, in this body? And then can I come back to what does it need? It needs stability. So it just returns stability, and the energy of agitation begins to subside. Without that energy, you can't get agitated. And you return the energy to the body. It might be something as simple as my hands feel cold. My hands are cold. Mm. Well, yeah, but what's the problem with that? How warm is warm? How cold is cold? It's not cold, it's feeling. It's feeling unpleasant. That's the problem. Unpleasant feeling. Okay, unpleasant feeling. You experience some stress, agitation. Don't like it. Don't want it. And just come down to your feet, your legs. Stabilize. Breathe in, breathe out. Stop resisting an experience. It's just tingling, shifting in the hands, tingling. And you release the aversion. When there's no aversion, it doesn't feel so bad. And when the aversion drops away, your heart feels really good. Um, mhm. Okay, let's take up sitting position. Or those you wish to take up sitting, if you want to continue standing. So just opportunity to change positions. Your experience of whole body might have changed. Not really. You still have ground, stability, sensitivity, and that rhythm still there. It's all there. Maybe energy has changed. Mm. That's now what becomes more fully present in that position. This physical position is the quality of rhythm. It's a much bigger base for ground. It's much more um, wider, much more assured. You're not going to fall over. So the ground is much more assured, obvious. You don't really need to give attention to it. Body doesn't do that. But do make an effort to this respect. And because that sense of stability is very important for the heart. Otherwise, there's something's always struggling, trying to hold on, find something. But when you have ground, it's given. It's a given. You don't have to find it. You just have to connect to it. It's stable. And the body does that for you. And without doing what you don't need to do, just give your inclinations, your chitta, the instruction to tune in, open up to ground, and as you do so, it's widen to include as much as you can of your form, your form. So, okay, there's that sense of stability. How tall is this form? Then how tall is it? How far does that extend? Not in terms of centimeters, but in terms of felt experience. Yeah. The energy will then rise, holds you up. And how wide is it? How wide is it? And your energy will then widen, and that gives rise to a surprising degree of relaxation because you're not compressed and you're not stiff and you're not bent. So you're wide, tall. Don't know how wide, but feels there's nothing pressing me in. And it's comfortable and stable. You might ask our citta, our aware attention, mm, if it's a form, there must be an edge to it, a boundary to it. Where's that? Mm. Mm. And it starts to experience alertness and subtle sensitivity. We have a form. What about inside this form? Your sense of changing, shifting pressure, gently, rhythmically shifting. Mm, Really, and the quality of that shifting, it seems to have a center, regularly pushes from that center. How far does it go? It subsides. When it subsides, where does it return to? Does it return to the same place, or oh, it always goes back to the same place? That's very one pointed. There is concentration. I have a center, steady. Mm. Jitta feels comfortable. Mm. So our action is limited to sati, mindfulness. That is, don't forget this. Don't lose that focus. Things will change, but you don't have to make them change. Things will change. You hold the focus without getting tense. And the energy and your awareness will work together. Your awareness, your sensitivity. So I just think something, my breathing might could is being resisted. Something's blocking it. What's that? Oh, widen there, stabilize there, open there. Ah, and slowly. So with energy, this energy moves at its own rate, steadily, like the way the water dissolves things, wears down things, slowly, and wears down some things quite quickly. Jelly or easy. Rock takes a while to wear down rock, but it will. Yesterday, that breath, that pressure, which is breathing in and out, just flowing, and wherever there's some resistance, just lingering, widening, relaxing, and letting that effect kindly, kindly, no additional pressure, no mental pressure. Oh, a lot of the time, mental pressure is involuntary. We automatically apply it to everything we do. Push. This one, we're reducing mental pressure, perhaps even eliminating it, just enough to sustain sati. Stay tuned in. The citta easily drifts into thoughts or just drifts into foggy states. They're not really tuned in, loses tune. So it's that viveka, stepping back, uh, citta asking just to keep stepping back, keep, how is this, vitaka? Where's this? Where am I? Where's stability? Vichara, how does it feel? Well, when you have stability, is that enjoyable? Mm, very kind of unusual kind of enjoyment, the enjoyment of relief. You need to keep reminding citta, the vichara, is look, feels like this. Oh yeah. When you when that in breathing, stability helps your breathing to really relax and deepen because you're not agitated. And, how does that feel? Oh yeah, it's lovely, warm, fluid, comfortable rhythm. And citta needs to be reminded because it has habits, drifts off, loses energy. Energies get caught up in old karma, old habits. We need to get out of karma, get out of old habits, habitual drifts and thinking. And mm, it ends here. This is where karma ends. To remind ourselves, you don't have to keep reinventing yourself. So the bell bringing us back to ordinary reality, and sort of pick up a mantra just to give our ordinary reality a certain tone. You know, how I'm doing something, to the doing, but when you do just a few words and listen. So then we begin to use our actions in a way that's uh, useful and deepening. Mantra repeats again and again. It's not information, it's repeating certain impressions. So this again helps the citta to feel more stable and participate. So this mantra is the refuge mantra. Mm. That's the second one on the sheet. Utang me jivitang. So the English translation is approximate. Jivita is the life force. Jivita is your life energy. So it means life force energy extending to Nibbana. I take that as a refuge. I keep extending my life force towards Nibbana, Nibbana non-clinging. I keep extending my life energy away from clinging. This is where I'm going to feel most secure and steady. So using the voice, isn't it amazing that breath can speak? Breath speaks. Through causing this skin in the throat to vibrate. And the skin in the ears picks it up. Skin speaks to skin. Mm. Um, Body speaks to body. Citta listens. Mm. Where does it feel comfortable? Mm. And then when does it lift? So if we're lifting like Buddha, and then settling again, lifting, resting, settling. Yes, there's a little moderation of tone.